get another cocktail. Hey, I'm Jocelyn with Wolters World Eats, and this is the Drinks of New Orleans. New Orleans is a place to eat and drink, and there are 1,000 different things to have here, but we're just going to name a few. And the first one is the Sazerac. Sazerac is a cocktail with Sazerac traditionally, although sometimes you can get it with bourbon or rye whiskey. And then it has Peychaud's bitters, a twist of lemon, and traditionally it was made with absinthe, like maybe an absinthe wash in the cup. When absinthe was outlawed, they ended up using herb sang, which is another local sort of drink, a liqueur here that tastes and smells very much like absinthe. So you'll see them in both places. It was created at the Sazerac bar, and there is actually a museum dedicated just to this in this city. The Hurricane was also invented in New Orleans. The Hurricane is like light rum, dark rum, a whole bunch of juices and all sorts of things. If you're gonna have that, Pat O'Brien's is kind of the place to have it traditionally. You can get them all over. Just be prepared. They'll knock you on your butt. Another butt kicker is the hand grenade. I have not had the hand grenade. I have no desire to drink something called the hand grenade, but you will see them up and down Bourbon Street, usually in some ridiculous cup, usually like, one that's like brightly colored and, a souvenir cup kind of thing that you can take along with you. Not my jam, but if you do get them, be prepared, sip it slowly. So one of my all-time favorite drinks to get in New Orleans is a French 75. French 75 is champagne, traditionally gin, lemon, and simple syrup. However, the New Orleans version often adds cognac rather than gin. So you can get either version. They're all just like this very light, mimosa-y-ish type of drink. I absolutely love them. I drank next to like 50 million of them this week. So then there's the Pim's Cup. Pim's Cup was actually invented in London, but it became very famous in New Orleans in the 1940s. The place to get it is at the Napoleon Bar, which, by the way, I spent like 3 hours in the other day because I just love the atmosphere there. And they actually have a flight of Pim's Cups, and they're different. So the regular one is Pim's #1 and lemonade and 7-Up. However, they'll make them with different things in them at the Napoleon House. It's kind of fun. Like one's got a little bit of rum in it or something. I did get the flight. The original one is definitely my favorite, hands down, but I think it's something you should definitely try when you're here. So something that I feel is sort of like a holiday drink in most parts of the world or in most parts of the US is a brandy milk punch. Sandra got a brandy milk punch at Commander's Palace.
Like the way my mama used to make them.
I feel like that might be the best milk punch I've ever had. Like outside your kitchen or mine.
Commander's makes the best.
There you go. It's brandy, whole milk, powdered sugar, topped with a little bit of nutmeg on top. It's so great. I like them served not on ice. Traditionally, they are served on ice, but you'll find them both ways. My favorite one so far has been at Commander's Palace. It was like dessert in a cup, and you should definitely have one of those if you're not lactose intolerant. So in the 1930s, at the Carousel Bar in the Monteleone Hotel, the Vieux Carré was invented. It's a fantastic drink, and if you get the chance to get in there and go to the Carousel Bar, which, by the way, is packed, especially on weekends, that's the thing you should definitely order while you sit on the carousel and spin around the room. It's an unusual drink. It's rye, sweet vermouth, cognac, Benedictine, and 2 kinds of bitters, Peychaud's and Angostura. So it's definitely like a bitter sort of drink, but it's got enough sweet stuff in it, and it's very herbally. It's a very unique thing. I think that like drinking it in a unique place while you're spinning around on a carousel is just kind of the coolest thing ever. So go check it out. And also while you're there, please note, bartenders at the Carousel Bar have to actually jump over the bar to get in and out. There is no door. So you're going to find daiquiris all over the city, especially down like, Bourbon Street and that area. But the one to get is a Voodoo daiquiri from Lafitte's blacksmith shop. This one's usually purple. The Voodoo one is purple, but they're all like, frozen daiquiris, not just the traditional original daiquiri that's just poured over ice. So go check it out. Also, the blacksmith shop is just like this really cool historic place, and it's very unique. And I think that everyone that visits the city should definitely go check out at least the blacksmith shop, even if you're not drinking the Voodoo daiquiri. So I feel like everyone that visits New Orleans knows about Brennan's. It's an amazing restaurant, great stuff, but they are famous for the Bloody Bull. It's actually just a Bloody Mary, but they use their own juice. It's au jus from roast beef that they put in it, which adds this layer of richness and depth to the drink. And I had one the other day. It was absolutely fantastic. If you're not a Bloody Mary fan, this is not for you. Also, theirs are like a little bit spicy. They rim the glass in spices and it gives a little bit of kick. But it's an excellent Bloody Mary for any day of the week. So something else you're going to find all over New Orleans is also not my jam, is the big arse beer. Substitute your own word in there. They're all over the place. People are going to be toting them around all over. Just know that you can get really big beers, and it has nothing to do with your butt. It's just that big. Speaking of beer, Abita beer is made here in New Orleans, and it's kind of the local beer to get. Abita also makes root beer, so if you've got the kids along or you're not a drinker, try Abita root beer. Guess what else is made in Louisiana? Barks root beer. Barks has got bite because it's one of maybe the only root beer that actually has caffeine in it. So, it's just like a fun thing to try, I guess, from where it's actually made. So those are my drinks of New Orleans. I know there's about a gajillion more, and there's some really great handcrafted cocktails in all sorts of bars and restaurants around the town. So whatever your favorite is, put it down in the comment section below, and let's just all educate each other. Bye from New Orleans.